Good evening, folks. Welcome across the Cavs post-game, returning to you on your favorite platform. Zach Weiss with you as the Cleveland Cavaliers have gone to 17-1. The victories continuing to pile up for Cleveland as they have just found more and more success as the season has gone along. New guys stepping up and stepping in key situations and in key spots, and you love to see it, as they come in and they take care of business on the home floor, battling with the Toronto Raptors, who they knock off by double digits for the second straight time. They started the season against Toronto with a win. Now 2-0, a couple of victories coming back from the Boston game, which certainly is what you want to see, right? You lose the game after going 15-0, and how are you going to respond? They've done so with back-to-back victories. And you look at tonight, and you're starting out, George Niang, game to forget, 1 for 13, but it did not stop them from getting the job done. Because once again, the Cavs are up big. They start very strong. They hit a little avalanche in that first half. They go a bit cold. Toronto makes a run. Toronto was making runs throughout, and the Cavs kept finding answers throughout the game. How about defensively? RJ Barrett, 6 of 18 from the field, 2 of 6 from the line. Scotty Barnes, 5 of 14 from the field, 7 of 12 at the line. Held Grady Dick to 6 of 17. Pirtle, 5 of 12. We did have 8 offensive rebounds. Toronto, 19 offensive rebounds as a team. They shot 40% from the field, 31% from 3, and 64.7% at the line. And Kazimile, 50% of their shots dropped, 39% from 3. They lost the free throw battle by 20, and par for the course, right? They just don't like calling fouls in the Cavs' favor. Don't know why. Someday we'll find out why the Cavs get this ridiculous referee treatment. But they leave with a win. Once again, ahead of a 3-game week that's going to feature a couple battles with the Hawks and another date with Boston, the only team to win. So on a night where the Cavs bench, outside of Ty Jerome, shot 3 for 22, they get the win. Sam was 1 for 6. Mentioned that Niang was 1 for 13, somehow had a positive net. The Tyson minutes, not great. Craig Porter, similarly not so good, but that's what happens. Dean was out, Karras was out, Max Strus apparently nowhere near making his return to Cleveland's lineup. So they are a bit, shorthanded at that wing position. Unfortunately, hopefully some of these guys can get healthy and get back on the floor so you can get some more wing depth, but it's allowed guys like Tyson and Craig Porter to stay in the rotation while Ty Jerome has had the season of his life so far. But let's see, Evan Mobley, 14-11, 4 assists. Wasn't dominant, but was active on the glass. Isaac Okoro made all of the shots. 10 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, a block, and a steal. All 5 starters had a steal. A block, 23 and 13 for Jarrett Allen. 26 more points for Donovan Mitchell. Darius wasn't perfect, 6 of 14, but he dropped in 4 threes, including back-to-back during a very important stretch in this game. The deficit had been cut to 8, and Darius Garland says, don't worry, I got us. He comes in, he knocks down back-to-back threes, and pushes it back up to 14. But the man of the night, the man of the season, truthfully, it's not the All-Stars, it's not the bigs, it is the Virginia Cavalier turns Cleveland Cavalier. It is Ty Jerome. 9 for 14, including 4 triples, 26 points, 3 boards, 5 assists, 4 steals, a block, a plus 12 net. He was hitting timely shots in all 4 quarters, and once again, Ty Jerome rising above. You need to see what these Ty Jerome jersey sale numbers are in Cleveland, because he has just been a maestro. Leading the second unit, blending seamlessly with the starters. Was a little surprised they pulled him late in the game, but they did want Okoro's defense rather than Jerome's extra playmaking next to Garland and Mitchell. But because of how good he has been, right, they're able to get extra rest for Donovan and Darius. Mitchell, 34 minutes, Garland, 30. Was good to see him back in the lineup after missing the Pelicans game Wednesday. Garland was bouncing back from going 3 for 21 the last time he was on the court. 6 of 14 with 6 assists, only 2 turnovers. Certainly a step back in the right direction. But Kenny Atkinson just has continued to make these guys winners. Donovan dropped 26 at 5 of 9 threes, took over again in the fourth quarter, hitting 5 out of 8 shots. All the starters had a double-digit positive net. It was at times at the bench. It was coming in and underperforming where the team may have fallen off at times. As we look ahead, so Wednesday night, 7 o'clock, it's the Hawks. Friday afternoon, Black Friday, a rare afternoon weekday game with Atlanta again at 2:30. Those are both potential victories. They should be Cavs wins, but you can't discount the Hawks. They're starting to get healthy. They got Bogdan Bogdanovic back. Kobe Buffkin, many Hawks fans and NBA pundits are very high on, has returned. Dyson Daniels, the steals machine, becoming a block machine at a 4-block game. And you got Boston on Sunday. The good news for the Cavs, they do not have any back-to-backs over the next 2 weeks and only 6 games between now and December 7th. It is something you love to see. So we got the Hawks Wednesday, the Hawks Friday, the Celtics Sunday, then they host the Wizards in NBA Cup. So note that Friday Hawk game is NBA Cup. And the Wizard game, also NBA Cup. So the big thing is because the Celtics beat the Cavs and they have the head-to-head, if the Hawks also finish with 1 loss in the group stage, and they're currently, because the Hawks lost to the Bulls, that's tricky because they already have a group stage loss. But anyway, it's not the biggest deal if the Cavs don't make it into the NBA Cup Finals. Take the extra rest. Play some non-important games. Stay rested. Don't push too hard to win it. Lakers did last year beat Indiana and didn't really change either team's season. Indy did go on to the conference finals, but can we actually find a correlation between the NBA Cup and that? Did they even have Pascal yet at that point? I don't actually remember when the trade was made or if he was over there yet. But anyway, back to looking ahead at the schedule. We got the Wizards on December 3rd. They've lost 11 games in a row, but that does not mean the game is a cakewalk. They're pushing everybody. They challenged Boston earlier in the week and almost got a win. They took Indiana to the final whistle tonight. Alex Sarr has been a very impressive rookie. He's done a really nice job of making plays at the rim. He knocks down threes. He just had a career high in rebounds tonight. You still got Jonas Valanciunas, who's done nothing but lose to the Cavs in the playoffs. Was a member of the Raptors, but also a guy that gives you instant offense, instant buckets, no matter who's on the other side. I'm sure he'll get some touches. Malcolm Brogdon has returned to the lineup. They got Corey Kispert. Jordan Poole is looking really solid for them this year. They definitely need to make some trades and clear up some minutes for other guys. But Keyshawn George, Bub Carrington, and Alex Sarr, all first-round picks, all playing over 20, 25, 30 minutes a game. So don't sleep on them. We got the Denver Nuggets Thursday, December 5th. That should be fun. Nikola Jokic making his lone visit to Cleveland. He has been out of this world this season. Recent stat lines for Jokic. So he has every game since November 2nd. 27, 16, and 9, 28, 14, 13, 23, 20, 16, 30, 11, 14, 37, 18, 15. And he missed his 3 games for the birth of his son. Congratulations to Papa Joker. 33, 17, and 10. His triple-double streak snapped at 5. Oh, no, he was terrible. 34, 13, and 8 as they took down the Lakers. So Cavs are going to have their hands full trying to stop Nikola Jokic when they get together in a couple of weeks. The good news is this meeting will be in Cleveland. Denver's a very tricky team. They don't have Aaron Gordon available. Their bench outside of Russell Westbrook is virtually non-existent. The good news is they do have Russ, who kind of fills the role of Christian Braun, who is now starting for KCP. Peyton Watson's been in that starting lineup. And then they battle the Hornets on December 7th. Prayers up to Grant Williams, who unfortunately suffered a torn ACL last night. So that is the next 6 games on Cleveland's schedule, as they're going to try to keep the victories coming. Can they? Only they know. And if Ty Jerome is looking this good, then you have to think that Cleveland can go up with anybody. They could battle any team. They can make plays against whoever it is that they're facing, right? Because they got Darius and they got Donovan. They don't have to overwork either of them anymore because they have Ty Jerome. And no disrespect to Craig Porter, who was sensational throughout last season, unfortunately unavailable for the playoff run. Ty Jerome has a bit more NBA experience. He played with the Warriors. He got some minutes with Steph. He's been in OKC. He's been, he's played with guys like D Book and Shea, Steph Curry, Klay Thompson. And it's kind of crazy. He's only actually played 176 NBA games. He's never logged 50 games in a season because he's never been a full regular in a rotation. But Jerome has scored 20-plus in 3 of the last 4, 4 of the last 9. It's only a matter of time before he gets a double-double. He's got 2 or more steals now and 4 of the last 10. He had a blocked shot in this game tonight. He's proven his ability to get inside, to kick it out, to go from 3. He's just been a really darn good basketball player. But the Cavs earned the team win over Toronto tonight. And that much is clear. So 2 matchups with the Hawks. Zachary Risachet, the number 1 pick. Clint Capella, the ever-talented Jalen Johnson. The good thing about playing the Hawks twice, the Cavs defense does a nice job of getting in the passing lanes. The Hawks turn it over a lot. May send some doubles to Trey, may not. Outside of Trae Young and Jalen Johnson, they don't have anybody that'll dominate you offensively in that starting line. Risachet inconsistent. You got DeAndre Hunter off the bench. Maybe Bogdan catches fire, which he's prone to doing. But the Hawks this year have not been all that great. And you look at the record right now at 7-10. Let's see how it goes, though. Maybe old pal Larry Nance gets some minutes. But that's that. We'll see you Wednesday night when the Cavs return to the court, facing off with the Atlanta Hawks right before Thanksgiving. Zach Weiss across the Cavs Network 216. We'll see you this week. Peace.